stuff, you know.
It's a whole other beast. Yeah, it was crazy. So I picked up and I learned it. And I actually was the training program was like kind of initial one was 2 weeks. And I did it in a week. Yeah. And I was ready to get promoted, and I just was simply miserable. Yeah. And so it wasn't for me. Yeah. And so then after that, of course, I prayed, and I knew this. Being in this place, the girls are so busy with everything else that goes on to be able to provide what we have here. Right. They didn't have anybody here to be able to, with the experience and with the authority and you know. Communication skills to be able to get these guys through the program and succeed. Yeah. And they're kind of stuck in the water for a while, like running back and forth. There's people that were in here that was causing problems, and so I called them up and asked them, hey, how do you think about me being a program manager for the house and staying at the house? And of course, they're excited. So we sat down and they did an interview and talked to me and went through the management skills and so I've been here for about 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
So what's your goal for this program now that you consider yourself that you're through it, even though you're living here again, kind of? But what's your goal to help perpetuate their mission and to help these guys that are here?
The board has a dream and they have a passion for helping veterans, and my mission is to get this place. When they explain it to people out in public, and when they walk through that door, it's reality. Right. This place is being taken care of by the veterans. Everybody, it's dubbed the team house now. We got some great people in here. It's part of the program is to get identification, get a job, get schooling.
That's what I was wondering. The goal is eventually for them to get their own place and live healthy out there in society.
And the board has great connections with people in the community that want to help. Right. And so getting these people in an apartment. Getting them jobs, getting the tools. Charlie just got a donation of tools so he can start working again. Those kind of things to get us on the right path. We're over blessed in that part. Right.
So, what would you say to? Because I want to kind of went kind of long, but so interesting. If you talk all day, what would you tell people? Because I mean, obviously, everything you said automatically would sell the program, and they'd see you as an example of someone that's been through a lot, made it through, and you're making it, you're doing a good job. But how would you help people in our community to, first of all, not look the other way, stop stereotyping? You know, most people aren't going to sit down in a conversation and say, hey, I'm Jimmy, I'm homeless today. Right. They're not going to do that. Right. But, you know, if you're any kind of a person, as you start working with someone new comes on the job, and you learn, if they feel brave enough to share a little teeny bit of their story, how do you? What would your advice be?
My advice
to talking to not only homeless situation, but veterans are different in a different way because they have been trained, they have intelligence, they have pride. Not that other people don't that are in that situation, but people expect a veteran to be G.I. Joe and do it all, come out making money, they're going to get a great wife, they're going to have a nice house, they're just going to go on and put the flags all up out in the front yard and everybody's fine and healthy, but that's not, they don't know what they've seen, what they've been through. So what would you say?
Biggest thing is, of course, be grateful, be thankful for what they've done for you. That's number one. And, we just went through Veterans Day and, community, shows their expression on those days, but there's still 364 more days after, or 363 after Memorial Day and Veterans Day, that we get kind of sidelined. Right. And my advice is to say thank you, but if you really want to help, it's more, hey, here's my information. If you ever need anything, just let me know, and of course, I'll do my best to help you. Right. That's about the best, easiest way without getting into where they've been, what they've done. Just simply, hey, I know you've gone through a lot. Here's my information. Right. If you need anything, let me know.
So let's switch for one last thing. It's very similar. That's a way to help the people around you, but let's say on the other end of this camera, is it somebody like you that's been there? Maybe he's from Afghanistan, maybe Vietnam, maybe Korea. I mean, you've got a whole age range. But what would you tell him to his face that where you could show him? You tell him that you understand, like you could tell, because I'm sure you can tell when you guys meet others. You be like that dude's knows, he's got some history. I mean, when you meet other people that are vets, what would you tell him? How would you tell him? What's the first thing you'd say? He's somebody here in Wichita and he's going through it and he's got a drinking problem or a drug problem usually, because that's always or he's been in and out of jail, doesn't have a place to go, stuff's going on. He's not the man that he meant to be. Right. What would you tell him? How would you tell him to get started? What would you tell him the first step?
First thing I would say is you're not alone. Because we all think it just happened to me. Everybody else is perfectly fine, but I'm jacked up.
Right.
And being more in here and being more involved with veterans that have gone through ordeal after being out of the military, you're not alone. There's groups set up. The VA is doing the best they can. It has been broken for some time, but they're doing the best they can right now. And you go to groups. If you do have a drug problem, go through therapy. If you have an alcohol problem, go to counseling. Go get in group with these other people that are on the same page as you, because that gives you the support system that you need to be able to battle every single day against those addictions or against depression, or getting on the right medicines, because sometimes you need medicines. And the second thing is exercise. Exercise alone will lower